Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fish Tank on this brand new episode of Fish Tank.
Outmailer is essentially for lead generation, for lead and sales generation for B2B businesses. For example, you're a tech company, you're looking for another company that can provide you with developers. You can use our platform to see which companies provide other companies with developers. So how can you outsource? So we are connecting company A that is looking for developers with company B that essentially provides developers. Yeah.
And you mentioned AI. I know a lot of companies are slapping AI on top of things. How does AI play here? Is it AI enabled or is it actually LLM? How does AI play in your solution?
If you are my third party company and you use AI to generate
and I'm getting
data,
the leads from you.
and I come and I've integrated with you through the APIs. So I'm essentially
No, you're not.
Kind of.
No, you're not.
If that third party does not have Kenyan data, then you can't operate in Kenya. And
I guess the question is, are you using localized APIs?
to me, that's the whole value of your business.
Yeah.
The rest are easier, simpler things. So if that is not local, then I don't think the rest matters.
I have gone to places in Kenya, co-working spaces, which are telling me in dollars, and that puts me off because it means I'm not your target
You're not your
market,
target, I'm just not
right?
target.
But you're saying you're a Kenyan company, you're giving me Kenyan leads, but you're charging me in dollars. They're not tracking.
Have you considered giving it free for them? For the startups?
Why give it out for free?
Because they're broke?
They have to pay for data access to the
I think
APIs.
29 is a bit...
It's a high.
High.
I shouldn't say bad things about Google because I work there. But they're not as precise with Kenyan data as
True.
So if we're using an international third party, won't it be along the same lines?
They're giving you a shot. They're not guaranteeing that the shot will stick.
For $29, you better.
Definitely one of the best pitches that... It's right. That you've had. You've not gotten Chris upset.
I was actually stressed about Chris.
Oh, really? Oh.
Hello, my name is Cheryl Fiona. I'm here with Outmailer. It's a startup that is still at the testing level. Not essentially the founder, but I'm part of the team. Our founder is currently in Europe. That's why I'm here to represent. I'm the head of operations. Outmailer is essentially for lead generation, for lead and sales generation for B2B businesses. We came up with it. A while back, we were working on email campaigns for certain companies, and we noticed most of the lead generation tools we have out here, you do the lead generation in this app, and you have to find another platform to do the email outreach, and it seemed a bit tedious. So we wanted to come up with something that can enable you to do the lead you can generate leads, and you can also perform email outreach and multiple campaigns on the same platform. So that is why we came up with Outmailer. We worked on it with a group of developers, and it's currently at its testing levels. We're having some users test it out, and they're giving us their feedback. And we're also here to present to you what the platform is all about, so that you can get feedback from you and enrich the platform so that it can serve the market you're targeting efficiently. Yeah.
How does it work?
So Outmailer, it provides 4 features. We have the lead generation, we have the contact management, we have email outreach, five. We have CRM integrations, and we have the results and analytics. For lead generation, it is automated. It is AI automated. So we work with third-party platforms, whereby we access the data through API integrations. So that is how we obtain leads for Outmailer. And then for the contact management is based on a central database. And then from the central database, you are able to reach your specific audience. So Outmailer is B2B. And then the contact management is also, it deletes any duplicate leads you've obtained. And deleting the duplicate leads, we have an internal system that does that, but it is also enhanced with the third-party platforms we are using on that. So that is how we delete any duplicate leads. And also for the CRM integrations, we work with also other third-party platforms, and we've seamlessly integrated with these CRM platforms. For the analytics, we give you real-time data on the click-through rates on your campaign, because we are managing several campaigns. We have you see the click-through rates, the open rates, so that this can enable you to see what is lacking maybe in your marketing approach. Yeah. So that is how it works.
Okay. On the lead generation bit, you say you work with a third party that provides the leads, like contacts.
Yeah.
The emails.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I run a restaurant and I'm interested in getting people to come to my restaurant, then I can come to your system, and then the lead part would generate leads that I can perform campaigns on.
That is B2C.
Okay. Oh, okay. Let's assume maybe I sell restaurant equipment, and I'd like to get restaurants on board. So I'm just trying to understand that bit. Say like you work with the third parties that provide leads.
Yeah.
Okay. In all industries?
Currently, tech-based industries, sales-based industries, and marketing industries.
Maybe you can talk through one of your real life examples.
Yeah.
Maybe that can help bring it to life. You said you're testing with a few companies?
A few users
A few
at the
users?
moment, yeah.
Okay. Maybe you take one of those examples and walk us through what that looks like.
Okay, so for the few users we have right now, most of them are in the tech space. So maybe I can share the feedback we're getting from them, if that is what you are asking.
So these are tech businesses that are B2B.
Yeah.
What are they? Who's their B2B? Who is their business they're targeting?
Okay.
An example, you don't have to name names. Yeah.
Okay. So, for example, you're a tech company. Mm-hmm. You're looking for another company that can provide you with developers. Mm-hmm. So, you can use our platform to see which companies provide other companies with developers. So, how can you outsource? So, we are connecting company A that is looking for developers with company B that essentially provides developers. Yeah.
And you mentioned AI. I know a lot of companies are slapping AI on top of things. How does AI play here? Is it AI enabled, or is it actually LLM? Like how does AI play in your solution?
Well, the third-party platforms that we're using essentially use AI for their lead generation. So that is where the AI aspect of it comes in.
So you don't use it, the third parties use it.
Yeah, but they're AI generated.
How so?
AI becomes
coming through.
We are giving you.
the cheese sprinkle.
If you are my third party company and you use AI to generate
and I'm getting
data,
the leads from you,
and I come and I've integrated with you through the APIs.
Yeah.
So I'm essentially
No, you're not.
kind of.
No, you're not.
I know it's cool to say we are AI enabled.
But they are kind of using it.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't matter. What matters is the value, what you're getting at the end of it. Whether you're using an if-else statement or you're using...
I think you said give you feedback. I would caution against using AI unless you strongly know that your own solution is using AI. Because it actually waters down the value of your solution if you just slap it on for slapping it on sake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then I had a question. Are you just doing emails? Like, is it just the generation of leads is emails? So not like WhatsApp numbers or...
No, both contacts and emails.
So you can also go via like a WhatsApp channel to do... Do you get what, like... Because a lot of businesses run on WhatsApp right now. So I'm just wondering if it's just
it's-
via email or...
It's B2B. So
But businesses have a
Yeah.
WhatsApp number.
Yeah.
emails would seem more appropriate for business.
I'd ignore an email and respond more to a WhatsApp message.
Probably it's being manned by someone who's not at the decision-making level.
Okay. But you don't go via WhatsApp. It's all via email, for my understanding of what you've described.
When you are getting leads from Outmailer, the data you're getting from us is emails
And phone numbers.
and contacts. So it depends the kind of contact a certain company has released. So if that company can be reached through WhatsApp, you can get that. If that company can be reached through email, you can also get that.
Then on the same system, now that you've gotten these contacts, then you can set up a campaign or something like, hey, I'm company X, I would like to do business with you on 1, 2, 3 things.
Yeah.
And then you observe whoever responds to.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's opened, who's ready, who's responded.
Yeah.
And how do you make money?
At the moment, it's still pre-revenue, but we have 3 pricing tiers for a subscription to Outmailer. We have the startup plan that is $29 a month. We have the professional plan that is $79 a month, and we have the enterprise plan that is $149 a month.
This is a Kenyan company?
Yeah.
Where are we pricing in dollars?
Sterling-based.
Actually, Kenya and?
Kenya and Estonia.
So the founder is Estonian.
No, the founder is Kenyan.
But
Black
lives in
Kenya, like
London.
an African, like one of us.
Yeah.
But then why
the
are
heck
you
can be
talking
one
in
of us?
dollars if you're in Kenya?
Because we are...
So I'm a Kenyan company.
Okay.
I want to use Outmailer. I would be put off by seeing dollars. I would be very confused.
I agree. Because now why? Why can't you just put in Kenya shillings? Or do you automatically change it to...
You're gonna look funky. You're gonna have to look like you got swag and
No.
you got dollars. Do you have dollars?
This is
Yeah,
Kenya.
dollars, but I wouldn't, like, in fact, I just don't like,
Yeah, I
having
don't
to-
like it.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you're using dollars as your pricing model?
Well, it's the common currency that cuts across. In terms of when...
But I will get it this way. This is not necessarily, although it's a Kenyan-built company, it's
Yeah,
not
it doesn't
for
only serve Kenyan
Yeah, so someone
businesses.
from wherever can also
Yeah.
But
use the service. So
who are
it
you
makes
targeting?
sense.
I guess that's a good question.
Who are you targeting? Are you targeting Kenyan companies or you're targeting global companies?
Okay, so for a start, we want to make the Outmailer hyperlocal. So we want to start with Kenya and then expand to East Africa and then expand to Africa and then globally. So at the moment, we want to start with Kenyan-based businesses.
But that will depend on the data you get from the lead generation. If the lead generation data is European data, there's nothing you can do in the market. Is there a way of, or a filter that you put in to say, I want Kenyan leads, I want Ugandan leads?
Well, when you are signing in to the platform into Outmailer, you describe what type of company this is, what are you looking for, what are the kind of leads you are going for. And I think, as I have mentioned, we want to start by being very hyperlocal. You go from region to region. So maybe if you're a Kenyan company looking to connect with another Kenyan company, it will be easier because we want to start exploring the companies in Kenya.
That's true, but you don't have control on the lead generation. Like the data you get, you subscribe to a third party, which you can say, I want to get companies in Kenya that do hairdressing. Correct?
Yeah.
If that third party does not have Kenyan data, then you can't operate in Kenya. And
I guess the question is, are you using localized APIs?
Are they local? So your third party, are they Kenyan? Is it a third?
No, the third parties are not strictly Kenyan.
Okay.
I see.
Yeah.
Which could be probably because, according to me, the greatest value in all this system is the leads.
And the accuracy of the leads.
Yes,
Right?
if you can tell me that these are 1,000 leads,
That's, yeah.
and I can convert 50% of them, that's great. That's, to me, that is now the AI on their side figures out if these people would really need my service, what's their propensity to use my service, and then they deliver those as leads. That would be to me, that's the whole value of your business.
Yeah.
The rest are easier, simpler things. So if that is not local, then I don't think the rest matters.
And I think I'd also, just coming back to your pricing, I think I'll just come back to, if you are trying to hyper localize it, just start with Kenya shillings. It's already doesn't put like a business off,
Okay.
yeah.
And build in the fluctuation of currency into it, or even caveat, subject to change, however you frame it. But I think if you're going to be hyper local, it's very hard. I have gone to places in Kenya, co-working spaces, which are telling me in dollars, and that puts me off because it means I'm not your
You're
target
not your
market.
target, yeah. I'm just not
Right? But you're saying you're a Kenyan company, you're giving me Kenyan leads, but you're charging me in dollars. They're not tracking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. I think we'll take that into consideration.
And then when you move to other regions and other countries, you show them in their currency.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Like you
Okay.
can code it where, depending on the...
And that's
you can
really great
read,
localization, yeah.
Right. You can read where people are logging in from
Okay.
and infer in their... I guess that's what localization looks like.
Yeah.
Even language, everything around that. Yeah. I have a question around your lead generation. You said cleaning up the data. Where is the human in the loop here? Where does a human get in the loop? You said, I'm using APIs, bringing in leads, and then you're looking for duplicates and removing them automatically. Can I, as a human, first take a look? Or at what point is there like that accuracy measure of what you brought in as leads? Like, where does a human come in to this?
On our side or on the client's side?
I'm the business
Yeah.
that is looking for leads. So you'll do a third-party call, you'll bring the leads in, you'll look for duplicates, at least the way I understood it. You look for duplicates, you delete the duplicates, and then now I have a database of leads, and then I create a campaign. Is that where I get interjected into the flow, is only when I'm doing campaign? Or can I look at the data? Can I do anything with the data?
Well, the leads you're getting, so when you get leads from us, it doesn't necessarily mean you are going to use these leads for your email campaigns, right? So you get a lead. The process of getting leads, there's no human involved, because you'll come to us, you'll tell us you're looking for this and this and this. You'll feed that into our system, and we've integrated with the third-party platforms you are already using. So see, it will read already. So this is what this person is looking. What companies can she get? And then the platform will provide us with the data, and the data will get back to you.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you just get
So-
the data straight to the business.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so am I paying for number of leads? Like, what's the pricing model based on?
Not the number of leads. So essentially, the pricing model as it is right now, like I said, we have 3 tiers. We have the starter plan, the professional plan, and the enterprise plan. So the starter plan at 29, you have different kind of access, because like I mentioned, we want to provide lead generation, email outreach. We have the managing multiple campaigns, and results and analytics. So for the startups, it's essentially we've called it startup because we also want to attract startup companies into the platform. So that's why it's also at $29. So this is to make it at least affordable for the startup companies to use the platform, and to also help them scale up, because that is why you are coming for these leads, to scale up.
Have you considered giving it free for them, for the startups?
Why give it out for free?
Because they're broke.
They have to pay for data access. The
Like, I think
APIs.
29 is a bit
It's high.
high.
Not
But I
if
mean,
you're getting data.
By you promising me how many leads?
As you said, like how accurate are these leads?
I don't think they can make it free. You pay for the
No,
API.
maybe not free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit reduced. The $29 I find is a lot. That's like Canva, and I can do a lot with Canva. As
It depends
a
on which
business.
value. If it's a B2B business and I'm spending $29.
A startup.
Yeah, but if I close a deal with another business and I've had several,
But then why don't I just go to Google or ChatGPT and just
I'm just
look
making
up
it
businesses?
easier for you. Have you evaluated those businesses? Can you get their contacts?
Are you evaluating the leads to make sure they are valid?
But that's the work of the third party provider.
Yeah.
Is to ensure those leads
So you're
are valid.
saying you're guaranteeing the leads I get are solid.
At least through some checks, not solely that they'll convert, but
Yeah.
does the email work? Yes.
Yeah, sure, not
No,
convert. That's
yeah.
my job, right,
Yeah.
as a business. But
I think you have to know the third party, whatever they provide.
This is for when it comes to email. We're also working with platforms that verify emails to make sure the emails are SMTP, such that your email doesn't go to spam. So I think that is one of the things that can make, okay, maybe this can convert, because the email campaigns that I'm using, they're not going to this business's spam folder. They're going to their primary folder. Yeah.
Okay. Or maybe just like a trial version or something because I do see the value of it.
Okay.
But I don't know whether I'd jump in and pay $29.
I think you're right with your pricing. Data is one of the hardest things to get.
Because you're a data scientist.
No. Someone told me, hey, I'm going to pay you some money. I need contacts of 100 lawyers in Kenya who specialize in 1, 2, 3 things. You spend days searching and confirming, and some people died, and there's no unified place where you could go. So you start guessing, Kenyan lawyer in divorce, Kenyan lawyer in child, And even building a web crawler for that has too many parameters and too many things to look at. So I understand there's a lot of work that goes into curating that nice data set. You can't give that for free.
So how much is that in Kenya shillings? $29?
Maybe 3,500 shillings.
Yeah.
well, but the thing is, it goes back to I'm beholden to the third party. So who are they? Right?
yeah.
Like, I mean, how accurate are they? Because all this that you've said is great.
Yeah.
But you're assuming the third party is doing all that.
That's why I said it depends on because you don't know how they do their own QC process, where they get their data and all that. It's a black box.
So in my experience, let's just take even like Google. I shouldn't say bad things about Google because I work there. But they're not as precise with Kenyan data
True.
If we're using an international third party, won't it be along the same lines?
And that's the thing I said before. You can't say you want to launch in Kenya and you can go to the third party and then they don't have Kenyan data, or it's very scanty data. And since you don't know the process of how they collect, I'm assuming they just do some web scraping. And
I guess
and
what I would
also-
see as a value add for you is to become that third party.
And
And you
also-
don't have to rely on
Okay, yeah.
exactly.
So also,
Yeah.
the fact that you mentioned want to be hyper-local, just as you've mentioned, it's also getting Kenyan leads from a third-party API that is also not localized. It's very hard. You'll not get all the leads you need. That's why in future, we're also looking into becoming
that.
Yeah.
Because you're starting to get some really good data.
Yeah.
like some people, they go to LinkedIn and they scrap LinkedIn and they know, this is a director at Vivo Energy. So if like, who are you looking for? I'm looking to target mid-level managers who make supply chain decisions. And you already scraped LinkedIn for that data. Like, this is Chris, he works as blah, blah, blah. Then, so if you can scrape LinkedIn and other website or company websites,
I would take it a step further. I get a lot of emails and I'm not a decision maker in that space just because someone saw I work at a certain place. So just knowing that I'm a director at Vivo is not helpful. I would love to see the direction you go in is you actually physically make sure you know who in Vivo is the actual decider, then that's the person you have in your, like, if you confirm your data yourself.
And that's
Yeah.
that's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, but
It's a lot of
Now
work.
maybe they're $29. Somewhere.
then I'll pay $29. Because if I'm just shooting in the dark at a Vivo director, yet they have no decision-making powers, it's of no value to me.
They're giving you a shot. They're not guaranteeing that the shot would stick.
For $29, you better.
Anyway, I actually really like this idea, and I like it because it's so different. I think a lot of this mail subscriptions and lead generation that I've used in the past, a lot of them, none of them are actually built in Kenya. So there's always that missing aspect to it. So I really do like the idea. What's the feedback you're getting from the people who are testing right now?
The feedback we're getting so far, first of all, they are quite impressed with the fact that you can do email outreach on the same platform you've generated leads. The second concern, maybe it's on data privacy. Given the nature of the platform, we are giving you data, which is private data.
That's for business.
It's sensitive data. For the privacy issues, most users were concerned with that. Like if I'm a business and I'm on here, how is my data protected? So for that, one, we have a team that will be doing audits from time to time, security audits. We also hash the passwords. We also have data encryption at both transit and rest.
Clearly, the founder is in Estonia.
I know. Data at rest, data at transit.
Wow. Good. Love it.
Yeah, for me, I think this is a very viable startup.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
It solves a problem that I've had before.
Yeah.
I remember I worked for a recruitment company, and we had set up system to evaluate people, blah blah blah, and then we put up job ads. Because we were a small company, no one could see these ads, so we don't have the information to evaluate, and we expect to tell our client that we have evaluated these 3 people, kindly have an interview with them. So after on the third day that no one was applying, we just sat down and brainstormed while having some noxious drinks. And then like, hey, if you go to GitHub, most people have their email addresses there. So we just went to GitHub, scraped the data with everyone in Kenya who has a Python. We looked at the job description, Python, blah, 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 and a link to a repo, not something they forked, a repo on their own. Then we created custom emails and said like, hey, so-and-so, using your name. My name is da-da-da. I work for this company. I've just gone through your GitHub profile and I like your project on blah, 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 where I used Python. We have an open position. Would you like to apply? If yes, please apply on this link. The next day we had, 60 applications. With this is a form of lead generation that was there on GitHub. And I think like marketing for products, marketing for services and everything else, that lead generation is very key. I've seen other people come through it in a different direction. I think the best, simplest one I saw was you go to a website like sells shoes, bags, or books, and then something pops up like, hey, would you like us to keep you in our mailing list?
Then you just put that email.
Then you put your email there. Then that gets collected as you are interested in books, you're interested in bags. So they know your email address and they know what you're interested in. And then over time, they build a very large database. So it's if you get it right, I think this can be a very big and valuable.
And it can also be a global product. Honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
There's no way it has to be.
Which is great.
And I think the idea about localizing it, I wouldn't. If it were me, I wouldn't go with localizing. There's more demand of this service.
Just localize the price. That's all we want.
For everyone else, in their own countries, you can localize their pricing, but the offering, I think this should be a global thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm sure in Europe, in the US, and parts of Asia, they have more demand of this service than in Kenya.
I think also Kenyan businesses should be using such systems and processes. Like they are effective. So, I mean, it's just that sometimes when you look at the products out there, they're very targeted to I'm assuming you guys have looked at competition. Is there anyone locally who's doing something similar?
Local.
Like in Kenya, local competitors.
Well, we didn't really go into local competitors. We just looked at
The
potential competitors.
Okay, and they're Kenyan?
Not necessarily Kenyan.
okay.
Yeah.
So I've used Salesforce in the US, and it does a lot of what you mentioned. And actually, the nonprofit sector was very, very interested in that because the nature of nonprofits is outreach, a lot of outreach. So that could be an interesting
True.
market. I think what would be very valuable for you is you're going to end up owning so much good data.
Yeah.
Maybe find a point where you transition to being the owners of this third-party data yourselves. And
Chris can help you.
yeah. And accuracy. For me, if I get 100 leads from you, if I'm paying you for those leads, I really need them to be accurate. So over and above any other thing that you offer, I think accuracy is your biggest value add. So, and I'm happy to see a lady.
Who's your founder? Who's the founder?
The name, he's called Michael Opondo.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've done a very amazing job, like just communicating and articulating what you're doing, the financials, the value prop. Go, female
May I ask
founders.
one question? Where does Estonia come into this? I had Estonia.
Our founder is in Estonia.
He lives in Estonia.
Yeah.
Tell him to make you the co-founder.
Okay, so there's no Estonian he's a developer.
No.
It's just some guy in Estonia.
Who is the developer? Where is the development happening?
Our founder is not a developer. For the development, we had a team, and on the team, actually, all of them were Kenyan. Yeah, all of them were Kenyan. Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool. You just pay developers.
No. I was just curious because I had Estonia, so I was like, is it Estonian developers?
No.
Or it's Kenyan? Not that it matters, but good job. Good job.
Yeah.
If it's Kenyan, even better. But hey.
And tell him to make you the co-founder. You've done an amazing job.
Thank you.
Definitely one of the best pitches that we've had. You've not gotten Chris upset.
No, I was actually stressed about Chris.
Oh, really? No. People shouldn't worry about that. Shouldn't worry about putting. If you have value, that's all. People can beat around the bush and they're trying to bullshit and trying to.
He's a nice guy, so nice, very nice guy.
It's the data aspect.
Single as well. Very nice guy.
Yeah, great job.
Thank you.
Same way, if there's a good startup, you have to say it's good.
Yeah, no, it's great. You've done well.
Yeah. So there are developers, which means they have to be paid. As a company raised any money? Is it bootstrapped? How is the product being built from a financial perspective? If you do know that.
We fund. Okay, this. How can I put it? Outmailer was given birth to by our major company. So that is how it has been funded.
It's a product from an existing company.
Yeah.
What's the existing company?
The existing company is called Contova. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Contova. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the same founder, the Estonian guy. This guy from Estonia, I want to meet you.
What does it do? What does the parent company do?
Contova essentially. Okay, now this is how we also got our developers. This is what we do. And this is also where Estonia came in. We wanted to, because we've been focused on Estonia. We wanted to connect Kenyan developers, or rather African developers, to clients in the Nordic regions. Yeah, and Estonia is in the Nordic region. So we started by sourcing for developers from Kenya. We did interviews. We gave them codes. Things like that, and that is we created a talent pool of developers, and then we started looking for clients. That is how the founder now came to go and live in Estonia. He was looking for clients that are looking for developers to work on certain products.
And he's like, what tool do I use? There's no tool here.
Yeah, so they give the company the project. Then we come to our pool. We place a bid on the pool. They bid for the project, and then we come up with a team. And we assign a project manager to the team, and then they work on this project. So it's a team of developers, a project manager, and now the client. So the project manager is managing the project, getting the documentation done, making sure everything is done, and then the project manager presents this to the client as time goes on.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
Yeah, so that is what we are doing. And right now, we are scaling up. We want to convert our platform into a place where something like Codility, if you're familiar with Codility, something like that. We want to have a place where developers can come, put their profiles there, what they do. We also have clients come.
And then,
so to ease it for us, instead of us now going to look for these clients ourselves, let us have the clients on the platform. Let us also have our talent pool on the platform and let them connect.
I like that. I always say businesses that can figure out making money from Africa to outside is always a good idea. So kudos to...
Yeah. And I know Kenyan companies that are actually also looking for solid developers. So if you can, if you have good developers, you can we can talk. I know some people who are looking right now actively for good teams. Yeah.
So you guys sound like you're fully bootstrapped and you continue wanting to go in that direction?
Well, at the moment, we've not started looking into external funding, but it's something we are open to.
Okay. Very good. Keep it up. Rooting for you guys. If there's any businesses that require lead generation and all that she's mentioned, please make sure to check out Outmailer.
Okay, so you can find Outmailer on LinkedIn. It's just Outmailer. Yeah, and from there you can find the link to our website, or maybe you can also under the main company, which is Contovie, and our products, it's also there, Outmailer. Yeah.
Cool. Amazing. And you forgot to ask for money.
For money?
Yeah.
Money for what?
People who are watching for free.
Oh, it is. Give us money.
Super thanks. Our link here. Just give us some. Kidogo. Yeah, we'd really appreciate.